Hello, everybody. So today we have Jack the Ripper by Morrissey. So obviously a tantalizing title here. I mean, Jack the Ripper, a little bit dark. So yeah, we're gonna get into this, and people actually requested this one. They said that they were surprised I have not listened to this. So yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm ready to go. So let's go. Sounds live. Like those guitars.
Oh, he looks so tired. Mouth slack and white, ill-housed and ill-advised.
Love those vocals.
Your face is as mean as your life has been. Crash into my arms. I want you. You don't agree, but you don't refuse. I know you. And I know a place where no one is likely to pass.
Love that guitar. Holy.
Oh, you don't care if it's late, and you don't care if you're lost. And oh, you look so tired, but tonight you presume too much, too much, too much. And if it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get you. Crash into my arms. I want you. You don't agree, but you don't refuse. I know you. Crash into my arms. I want you. You don't agree, but you don't refuse.
Jesus. Alright, man. Jack the Ripper by Morrissey. I don't even know what to say. I have a lot going through my head. So let me try to get this down here. Okay, so, like I said at the start, it sounded live. That was because it was. Apparently, Morrissey never actually recorded this in a studio, and they just did it live, I guess, and it was on their live album, or Morrissey's live album, I guess, Beethoven Was Deaf, that was released, or I guess was done around 1992, it says, at the time of Your Arsenal. And again, Beethoven is Beethoven was deaf. I mean, it's just it's a fact, and that he just I like that he just named this live album. Beethoven was deaf. Anyway, so with the title, obviously, Jack the Ripper. I'm on Songfacts actually, which is a better site, I would say, than Genius.com. But anyway, it says Jack the Ripper was a notorious British serial killer who murdered and butchered prostitutes in the 1880s. He was never caught, and his identity was never determined. So, of course, Jack the Ripper. I mean, many people have heard that name. It's infamous with serial killers. You talk about serial killers, and Jack the Ripper always comes up. So it says Morrissey wrote the song with his guitarist Boz Borer. The song seems to be a dialogue between Jack the Ripper and one of his victims. So I have to say at the top, his guitarist Boz Borer. I do know there's, I guess, two guitarists on the song. There's Boz and Alain White. And good lord, through the whole song, I was just taken aback by the guitars. I would say it sounded like there was two of them in there, and just when I said at one part, I said the guitar, it sounded like a downward spiral. It's just like the and then he would do it over again, and I just loved that so much. And then at the start, with the beat on the drums, just how it started off, it was just I like that beat a lot. Just all the people on the song were so good. I mean, it was just, and apparently this was a B-side from Certain People I Know, and it has become a Morrissey staple when he sings live. It goes on. The song's presence is always accompanied by a stage-filling red mist, so that even gives it more of a kind of a scary kind of a feeling, because it's Jack the Ripper. But anyway, I like that a lot. There's always red mist when they plays that live. So, just off the top of the first lyrics here, oh, you look so tired, mouth slack and wide. And it goes on, I guess, prostitutes in the 1880s. Jack the Ripper would usually, prey on them. And it also says here, alcoholics as well. I guess, especially, if you're a drunk prostitute, I guess you're going to be easy prey for Jack the Ripper, especially, when you're even a drunk anybody, you're not at your 100%, you're kind of more, what's the word? You're kind of more prone, I guess, to be caught, especially by a guy like Jack the Ripper who knows what he's doing in that situation. And then when Morrissey said ill-housed and ill-advised, I said I love that vocal a lot. Just, I don't know, just the way he said ill, and it's just like he put so much emphasis on it. He put almost like he sounded like he had marbles in his mouth or something. It was like he was holding back. He wanted to shout or something. I don't know. That's just what I got just from him saying that one word. But just how he started the song, it was just like, holy crap, here we go. So it goes on. Your face is as mean as your life has been. So it's like, Jack the Ripper basically here. If it is, Jack the Ripper talking to one of his victims, it's like, he's trying to, manipulate here. It's like your face is as mean as your life has been. Talking to a prostitute, telling them that their life is worthless. Basically, what I'm getting here. Crash into my arms, I want you. You don't agree, but you don't refuse. I know you, and that kind of gives a little bit of an eerie feeling. I know you. It's just like, good lord, Jack the Ripper. He knew a lot of people. So it goes on. This is from Genius.com. An annotation for the chorus: prostitutes at the time, especially ones who lived in the slums, obviously didn't want to be with their clients. Her livelihood depends on her customers, and Jack knows that. So, yeah, the way you make money as a prostitute is, you sleep with people, whatever, but, it's not, I guess you don't want to do that all the time, and, but here, it's like, you don't agree, but you don't refuse. It's like, you're in a weird spot, and, Jack the Ripper, again, he's a massive manipulator. He's a mastermind here, especially, he's never even caught. Good lord. It's crazy that even today, they don't know who he was, or who he was, I guess, under the whole frickin' Jack the Ripper persona thing. Anyway, the second verse, and I know a place where no one is likely to pass. You don't care if it's late, and you don't care if you're lost. You look so tired, but tonight you've presumed too much. And if it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get you. So that part kind of freaked me out, because it's like, I'm gonna get you. Again, it's just like either way, you're mine, and you're gonna die. Basically, is what I took from that. So again, it's like him telling her, giving her all this stuff, about her being worth nothing according to him. It's just like she has negative worth. And again, like it says, your face is as mean as her life has been. It's just like, again, I guess just to talk about serial killers for a second here. I mean, you talk about guys like, I guess, Jack the Ripper, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, whatever, John Wayne Gacy. You talk about these, big serial killer guys here, and the other guy, Angel Castro, I want to say, the guy that had like women locked in his house or something like that. But it's these guys, they have, they feel like they're superior to other people. They feel like they can, make you feel like dirt and that they're the best or whatever, that they're number one. And it's just like, it can work on a lot of people. It can work, especially if you're drunk or if you're, a drunk prostitute, whatever, trying to make money. And it's just like, oh, you want to, hook up and then whatever. But for Jack the Ripper, it's not about hooking up. So yeah, it's just like, it all comes down to that. It's just like where, a lot of serial killers are, psychopaths, or, they think that they're, like I already said, like that they're above everybody else. And it's just like, I'm the best. You're just gonna listen to me. It's gonna go down like this, and then yeah, and that's basically it. And yeah, so that's what I'm really getting here. That's what Morrissey is really trying to, I guess, picture. I guess, that like you don't matter. I'm Jack the Ripper. I know what to do, and I'm superior. That's what I'm really getting here. And anyway, the last verse here is also chilling. I mean, how it ends: nobody knows me, nobody knows me, nobody knows me, nobody knows me. So it says this draws on the parallel between Morrissey and the Ripper, whose real identity was never determined. Though Morrissey isn't a murderer, his songs and interviews suggest he's a very complex person. Like I've said many times, he is a very complex person. And again, it goes on, with the whole, nobody knows who Jack the Ripper was. Nobody knows who was under, that whole thing, who did it all. And again, that's just it's freaky. Anyway. I do want to say, apparently My Chemical Romance played this at some of their concerts and released their live version on the Thank You for the Venom single. So it's pretty cool that My Chemical Romance did their version, because I love MCR. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I can see why people wanted me to listen to this, because, yeah, Jack the Ripper. I mean, when you hear those three words, it's like, yeah, it just, you get some bad imagery. You think about a lot of deaths and how the guy was never caught. And yeah, again, it's just the whole manipulation thing, the whole, telling her, you look tired, your mouth is slack and wide. It's just like your face is mean, your life has always been shit, basically. It's just like crash into my arms, and it's just like, I want you. It's, you don't agree, but I know you. It's just like, it's this whole thing where it's like, you just have to get out of there. And obviously many people did not. And yeah. Anyway, it's just, he really paints a big picture here, Morrissey does, and the guitarists were so good, and everything was great in this song, and it really paints a picture here, and really it really shows you the mind of a serial killer, I guess you could say, a mind of a person that's not well, again, going back to that whole manipulation thing. I keep saying it, but like, yeah, it's just like they want you to feel so terrible, and feel like, they're terrible, and you're not. So anyway, again, I don't know, just a lot to go through here, and I really liked this song. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate all the support.